What's up, guys? Jake Burns, Browns Film Breakdown, welcoming you to what will hopefully be a slew of videos that we can produce and come up with some good X&O content for you guys over the long haul here. So, today, the goal will be to start looking at some tape from last year as the Browns preseason trickles in. We'll try to look at a little bit of tape each week from their preseason games into their regular season games. It'll be a big focus of what I do to try to give fans an idea of what to expect from the Browns schematically, what happened in the game prior, what they'll look to do in the next game, that kind of stuff. So that's the big goal. We'll have some guests on every now and again. It'll be just me sometimes blabbing at you. Hopefully you enjoy these. Hopefully you get something out of them. The goal here will be to help you expand your football knowledge, and hopefully that can happen through some of the things we throw on here on Browns Film Breakdown. So I was at camp this Saturday. Most of you probably knew that through tweets that I put out, information that, that variety. So, big thing that everyone's paying attention to is the quarterback situation with Tyrod Taylor obviously being entrenched as the starter. Baker Mayfield has performed really well. He was really good Saturday when I was there, very ahead of things in terms of knowing where to put the football, how to get from A to B, avoiding pressure, check downs, things of that nature. He was just really sharp. I thought Tyrod had a pretty good day Saturday. Wasn't great. Missed some throws he should have made. Have no doubt that he's a consummate pro. Sounds like from everything I read Sunday, he bounced back, was pretty effective in his bounce back day Sunday. But there's no doubt Baker Mayfield will be chomping at the bit to get on the field. That's just who he is as a person. So, but it looks like the immediate future will have Tyrod Taylor as the starter. So I want to give fans a little bit of an idea outside of the numbers, that people read about holding onto the football, some sack issues, his limiting of turnovers, some of the baseline numbers. I want to look a little bit of film to give you guys an idea of what to expect. So we're going to take a look at a couple clips here. Bear with me. My transitions probably won't be great as I get used to this software, but we're going to look at a couple things he does really well, a couple things he definitely struggles with. I think you'll notice throughout the year too. So a couple clips here. We'll start with what he does well. So the Bills pretty effective in their stretch zone scheme. So they would use this play action quite a bit to get Tyrod out, use his legs. He's a really effective runner. He picks up key third downs here and there with his legs, and you'll see that this year as he will do the same thing for the Browns. But I'm a big fan of the stretch zone scheme, something Shanahan employed for the Browns in 2014 before he took off for the Falcons with Brian Hoyer here in Cleveland. It was really effective. It's a great play action technique to get your quarterback out on the perimeter, give them some options. So I think this is something hopefully Todd Haley incorporates for Tyrod, even Baker as well, to get him out and let him use his athletic ability on the perimeter as well. But these guys will excel in it. So what you see here, pretty simple zone concept here. They're going to sell zone to the right. You're going to see some deception and route here. So we're going to get a banana route from the number 2 tight end here. He's going to sell inside. We called this the banana because he's then going to work back outside. It's just a big banana shape here. Play side here, you're going to get a post, and then here you're going to get a drag that comes across. So I'll try to help this make sense. Your wing tight end is going to draw inside like he's selling block, and then he is going to work back out. So let's draw the finishing arrows on all these. So this is your banana route. He's going to work back toward the sideline deep. You're going to get a cross drag here. You're going to get this one who this wing tight end drives inside and pushes back outside, giving you a 3-layered option off of the boot action. And then you're going to get a topside post just as a safety valve in case they want to use it. So you're going to get a back that's pushing hard here, selling outside. Tyrod's going to push back. He's going to reach at about a 45-degree angle. Then he's going to boot back off of it. You'll see that. Everybody else here up front selling hard steps to sell the action here. So that's what you'll see. So this 3-layered option is going to be a big part of it. Okay. So let's clear those. Take a look. It'll draw us out. So we'll have to go back to it. I can always figure out how to get back to it. There it is. So let's take a look. Sell that zone hard. You can see quarterback does a good job down the line. His angle's right. Ball's extended. That's what sells the fake. Right? Sell that fake as hard as you can. Look at everybody from Denver pursuing down the line. So you're going to get out. Here are your 3 options. 1, 2, 3. Not great spacing, but Nick O'Leary is going to work toward the sideline. So Tyrod does a pretty good job of selling as he comes back out and around. Right? He has somebody in his face. So this is where it gets to be a challenge. You got this D end in your face. Can you get your hips flipped? Because it's important to get your hips flipped to make this throw when you're running away from your throwing arm to the left. So he's got to drive this back hip here and make this throw. His first option here is probably going to be the deep ball. He's working high to low on this. So he notices O'Leary has a step on his defender. The safety's not going to be a factor. So he's going to have to put it in a bucket over here on the sideline. So let's see how this progresses. He's got to drive that hip. Look at that hip, that front right hip drive, open it up, and give him a chance to put it out in front of O'Leary. And boy, is that a good throw and a good catch right there on the sideline. Doesn't get much better than that. All right, let's look at it from the end zone view. You'll see a great job here again, selling the fake. Head, ball extended. That's what gets everybody down the line. Look at all these heads going down the line and boot off. By the time people react, a little too late. But again, right here, that back hip's driven. He knows he has to put it out here on the sideline and drops it beautifully in a bucket. One of his better throws all year. Great throw. So that's something that he does really well. Get out of the pocket, make those throws down the field, can contort his body in a way that makes it effective. So next thing we're going to look at here is a 5-wide setup from his early in the season action here against Cincinnati. I love this in the red zone. Really puts a bind on the defense. So let's take a look at what they're trying to do here. So what they're trying to do is run 5 verticals. You're going to take off, hit your landmarks. Number 1s are always going to try to hit hash landmarks, draw the corners out. Number 2 is basically these 2 slots are running man-to-man. You're going to work out, try to flip the hips of the defender that's in your area trying to reroute you, and you can either work outside or work inside, whatever way that guy gives you a go, and then you're driving back in. Give your quarterback an angle. The beautiful part of this 5-wide set is they have 11 personnel with McCoy out here wide, is they have a tight end who can drive down the middle of the field. So his objective will be to literally split the hashes and drive the safety off the field. So what they're doing here, what you guys will notice, is they're putting this safety right here, single high safety look that Cincinnati gives them, into a bind. Right? So if this safety moves off the hash in either direction, you got this middle one-on-one matchup with a linebacker and tight end here. You might take that opportunity. If he squats, which is what he's likely to do reading tight end here, you have one-on-one matchups in each slot that you can take advantage of. So that is what he is trying to do here. What is the safety going to give me? I got a tight window, about 12 yards. I'm going to make a good choice. I'm going to put a ball where only my guy can get it, eliminate turnovers. Browns fans know red zone turnovers killed them last year, and try to make a play here for my team. So we're going to clear out all these drawings, clear that out, where it's going to jump us back to where we just were, so that's okay. So we slide back. Again, pay attention to this single high safety here. What does he do? In this situation, see here, he sits. He sits in the middle of the field, so I'm eliminating this instantly. This middle route here, eliminated. Which one of these 2 guys do I feel is open? His head jumps left to his slot left. He's got a step on the inside. Now, this is a tough throw. You got to put it upfield but away, because this, NFL safeties cover ground. Upfield and away. It's NFL safeties, like I said, cover a lot of ground. If you put this ball inside, it's picked off. He puts it upfield where only his man can get it. Up here, high away from the defense. If it goes wide, sails, it's incomplete. That's okay. You get 3 points. But in this situation, he puts it right where it needs to be for a touchdown. Another great throw, great catch. That's something you'll see from Tyrod in tight windows. When he get down the goal line, he makes decisions that really benefit his team most of the time. There will be mistakes. Every quarterback makes mistakes down there. But for the most part, he eliminates those. So, again, where are his eyes right off the snap? Has the ball, eyes are singularly focused on the safety. After he notices the safety hasn't jumped one way or the other, he knows he's going to be held down by this middle of the seam tight end. Right? Holds him down, still hasn't moved. Look left. Notice that my man gets him beat. Drives it upfield where only his guy can get it. That's a beautiful throw catch. So, again, that's what Tyrod's going to do for you. He's going to make sound decisions inside the red zone. He's going to be really effective throwing on the run with obviously plus athletic ability. Those are the things that we will like as fans without a doubt. Okay, so let's jump into some things that we might not enjoy about Tyrod as much. Some things that I noticed at Camp Saturday were a little bit of an issue for him. So you're going to get a 3-wide set here, 11 personnel again, back, tight end away. You're going to get a trips concept over here by Buffalo. You're going to get a settle by number 2. Number 2 is going to come out here. We'll annotate it for you. Let's get some screen work. Number 2 is going to drive out and settle. Okay, he's going to settle out in here. He's going to hook it up, right? And then you're going to get a vertical and a out and up concept here. by number 3. You're going to get an out and up concept here. It's going to put a real bind as the Saints come out in true cover 2. Going to put a bind here on this safety as well. So you will notice those guys right away jump at this formation and answer here. So as we drive here, number 2 sits. So number 2 occupies the corner, right? Number 2 occupies the corner here, keeps his eyes focused there, right? The corner's eyes are inside, true zone concept. You got number 3 here, I said at the top screen, runs an out, a deep out and up. Number 1 driving the post, drive the deep coverage. You got a good look right here. You got the safety's hips flipped, right, covering the post, and I need a good ball that's delivered right now. The problem is that ball is delivered late, a beat late, and it is overthrown, and I will cover that on the end zone view. But if you look here, man, this ball has to be completed. That is an easy throw to make. That ball needs to be thrown and completed, right there. In this case, you'll see the ball sail along, and he misses him. Let's take a look at why that happens, okay? So something you'll notice about Tyrod, he tries to sit in the pocket as much as he possibly can, okay? He does a good job of it pretty frequently. Technical glitch. Okay, he does a good job of it pretty frequently. But in this situation, he tries to sit in. And he tries to sit in and throw from the pocket as much as he can. But here you'll notice, okay, as he steps up, quarterbacks are taught when they feel pressure. Right there, he feels pressure on his right side. Step up and slide underneath it. He does not slide underneath it. Look at him drift. Here he's drifting, okay? Drifting. That drift causes him to run into an issue. Runs into an issue here. And that issue is his eyes are late getting to where it needs to get. Drifts into the issue, can't throw an accurate ball because he gets hit. This is something I've seen several times on film. His mobility is great. His awareness to what is going on down the field is usually pretty sound, but his footwork within the pocket gets a little bit wonky, and he doesn't feel things like he necessarily needs to feel them. So we get a flighted ball there. So something to pay attention to. This next example, you get back out motion, goes into a true 5 wide look. This is typical goal line stuff. Number 1 and number 2 right here are going to try to drive their men out and set up McCoy on a quick slant underneath. The problem here is Tyrod gets a little locked in, doesn't notice. You will see number 1 right here drive out, or sorry, this 2-point stand D end. The Patriots are in a little bit of a bear front with a nose and 2 threes, and then these 2-point standing ends. But the Patriots do a nice job here of dropping this end into coverage, and in turn, makes things difficult on a quarterback in tight windows if you don't pay attention to what's going on out in front. And Tyrod doesn't do that here. So you'll notice again, stunt, can't throw it. Can't throw it here. You certainly can't wait on this to come in. And he doesn't even realize this squatting linebacker sitting on this play. Or it could be it's a hybrid DN linebacker, right? He's sitting right in the window. He thinks he has everything driven out here like it needs to be driven out in a nice little window to throw to McCoy, but he doesn't see it. Doesn't see it, and it's an interception. Now, let's analyze why he doesn't see it. Okay, so right off the snap, you'll notice his eyes go left and he comes back right. When he comes back right, this line of sight is blocked right here. Doesn't slide to make sure his line of sight is where it needs to be, and he sits in, and lets this pressure. Now, Eric Wood, the center here, doesn't do a great job. Gets on his heels, gets driven back, and he would probably admit that. He doesn't do a great job here. But as a quarterback, you need to slide. He needs to feel this right here, slide, and notice. And he doesn't notice at all. And this lack of pocket awareness causes a weak throw as he can't step into his throw. Gets hit by his center, driven back into him, right? It's hit, doesn't notice it. Easy interception for that dropping hybrid player linebacker here, right? This just can't happen. And this is something that we're pretty familiar with, but this just can't happen, okay? Easy interception. So we will notice a lot of great with Tyrod. You're going to notice a lot of really good, more so good than anything bad, but you will notice some things that kill drives. The pocket awareness is a little bit of a problem. And again, Tyrod tries to be a pocket passer as much as he can, and he does a pretty good job with it, but sometimes he drifts, causes inaccuracies, kills drives. You hope that he can find that balance between running, making plays with his legs, getting a feel for that pocket around him so that he doesn't make weak off-balance throws. that are sort of in the unnecessary category. So those are things to pay attention to. How does he do working, sliding, moving his feet within the pocket? How is his timing? Is his timing where it needs to be, or is he a beat late? I think if you talked to a lot of Bills fans last year, they would say he was probably a beat late with a lot of his throws. So something to pay attention to. I think there's a lot to be excited with Tyrod Taylor. He does a really sound job of taking care of the football, eliminating mistakes, putting his team in the best situation. So I'll try to get a little bit more put out on him, what to expect, what we can see. His preseason action will be paramount to understanding who he's going to be for the Browns and how Todd Haley uses him. So the hope here will be that we get a little bit of a feel for early in the preseason who he's going to be for Cleveland. Buffalo had a specific way they used him last year, and I think it caused a lot of holding the football issues. So a lot of good, a little bit of mix of bad, some things that concern me a little bit for the most part, but there's a lot to be excited about with Tyrod, and we'll try to cover Baker in the preseason as well to get a feel for what he's going to be. So, again, Jake Burns, Browns Film Breakdown. I hope you guys enjoy these. We'll try to produce more. Let me know what you think, obviously, in the comments. Respond to me on Twitter. They're Browns Film BDN, and let me know what you guys want to see a little bit more of. All right? Take care, guys.